Welcome back, everyone. It's Cody Hart for Government Accountability. It is Thursday, June 27th, and I wanted to share some pretty big news with everyone. I just wanted to go over this very briefly on a very significant filing that I filed today. That is this document right here. This is a notice of information in support of quo warranto, demand to bring violations of election law to the special consideration of the proper jury, and it is in the matter of Bob Ferguson having been judged to have committed malfeasance, intruding into public office, and being an ineligible candidate for public office. Now, I just served these documents today. They will be distributed across the state today to all of the competing candidates against Bob Ferguson as this video is distributed out to you guys. And this is me outing one of the biggest criminals in the state of Washington. That is Bob Ferguson. For those who followed me for the last several years, you're aware that I contributed to a very significant case in which Bob Ferguson was found guilty, and that is this case right here in the Thurston County Superior Court, or Superior Court of Washington for Thurston County. And this is a judgment issued. We'll go to the last page. And this is a judgment issued by Honorable Sharonda D. Amamilo, if I'm pronouncing that right. And this is against Bob Ferguson. I'd like to just read some of the sections on this. One section, actually, very specifically. I'd like to just read this judgment against Bob Ferguson that has been concealed for everybody. The judicial system is fully aware of this. But because of how corrupt the judicial system is, they have allowed this lie to continue and Bob Ferguson to remain in office. And I'm going to explain what I'm trying to do here, which has the order and judgment. It says right here, declaratory judgment is hereby entered against Respondent Board of Professional Engineers, Land Surveyors, and the Attorney General of Washington, judging that the board and Attorney General's enforcement policy and de facto rule regarding the unlicensed use of the title engineer is unlawful and inconsistent with plain text of the act. So I want you to understand, I'm not reading this whole document to you guys. This was the judgment that the Attorney General had been breaking the law. This has been kept concealed from everybody. Again, the judicial system and the prosecuting attorneys across the state all know about this. But in my experience, they've all been good old buddies with one another and haven't done the right thing. And what is the right thing? Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Let me read you guys just very simple parts of the law here to explain this. So this is just part of my document. And this is my document to the Thurston County Superior Court that I showed you that I filed. This is part of it. It is my understanding that pursuant to RCW 9.92.120, the conviction of a public officer of any felony or malfeasance in office shall entail, in addition to such other penalty as may be imposed, the forfeiture of his or her office, and shall disqualify him or her, shall disqualify him or her from ever afterward holding any public office in the state. You can look this RCW up yourself. Next, I'll point out to you, my understanding is that according to Black's Law Dictionary, malfeasance is defined as the wrongful or unjust doing of some act which the doer has no right to perform or which has stipulated by contract not to do. Also, it is my understanding that pursuant to RCW 29A.56.110, now that's the election sections of our RCWs, malfeasance is defined as the commission of an unlawful act. And what did the judge in Thurston County Superior Court say? As I read before, it says right here, the Attorney General's enforcement policy was unlawful. Now, this is not terribly complicated. What I am doing with this document, this notice of information, is trying to follow the process that I understand. You guys, the term quo warranto, it is an old legal term, it's been around a long time. It is the only legal way to get rid of some of these intruders into our offices. We have criminals across this state. Jay Inslee is one of them. He's leaving. Bob Ferguson's trying to stick around. I'm going to try to do my best to keep him out. He's not even supposed to be the Attorney General right now. He's damn well not allowed to be the governor of the state of Washington as someone who's convicted of breaking the law. this is big news. I've been working on this for a while and trying to make sure I cross my T's, dot my I's. We will see what the Thurston County prosecuting attorney does. If not, he should be removed from office. I will try to do that to him. But I'm also going to be reaching out. I'm going to be reaching out to what you guys consider conservative counties in this state who may have claimed that they're not on the side of Bob Ferguson. And they really support you guys because they know Bob Ferguson's a criminal and he's a tyrannical monster. And we're going to give them the same opportunity. They can do this themselves. And if they don't do it, I recommend you remove them from office, that you remove every prosecuting attorney in the state that's not willing to protect our rights and working with a criminal who wants to be and almost certainly is going to become governor through his corrupt practices and control of our election system, his corrupt allies in the judiciary. We have to get rid of these people. They have taken over our state. They've taken over our government. We do not have a representative government. I'm doing my part, you guys. I hope you guys do your part. Start screaming out there and yelling for people to do stuff. And I'm going to update you as soon as I can on this. Thank you.